Good evening, America. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Change Begins With You, where you can live the life you imagine if you are willing to dream. On today's show, we have some very special, very special guests lined up for you as we address the needs again of the population of children with incarcerated parents. A very big deal in our community with 2 million children affected by the incarceration of parents in our communities. And some people throughout the U.S. and abroad are doing some really great things. And here at Case by Case Research Foundation, where we are trying to provide research, or we're looking at the research and the numbers and the problems and the social conditions that are affecting our community, and we are talking about those issues. It's very important to keep them in front of people so that we can change the rules, so we can change the laws, and we can regulate more effectively to truly address the needs. And so what am I saying by that? Well, essentially what I mean is for every problem, there is a solution. So we won't move forward in 2014 with talking about the problem without thinking about how we can provide resolve. And so today we're going to be spotlighting a major organization that's really doing some great things across our nation. And I feel like it's so important to talk about it because from those that are supporting this agency, it works. And some of the people that are supporting this agency are names like Miss America 2012, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have President Clinton, you have so many great pioneers that are supporting the work of what we know as the Dream Academy. The Dream Academy was designed specifically to meet the needs of children with incarcerated parents. Dream Academy is the product of its visionary Dr. Wintley Phipps. Dr. Wintley Phipps is a gospel musician, and he took his voice around the world as he visited prisons throughout the U.S., and he performed for inmates, oftentimes young men and women in their early 20s. And Phipps found the audience he still considers his most important: young people visiting their incarcerated parents. He saw the hope washed away from their eyes by tears. In its place, there seemed to be nothing, certainly nothing, that will prevent them from making their parents' mistakes. Spinning off of what he knew and saw in the eyes of these children, he pondered how can I transform the lives of children? Like many of us who are visionaries of programs, we seek out our greatest mentors, and for many of those, it's our pastors of our churches, and we seek their guidance for how we should move forward. And for Dr. Phipps, this was his pathway as well. And so with that said, he talked with his pastor about his ideology and his feelings about what he witnessed in his work within the prison systems. And before this could even become a reality, his pastor prayed for him, and these are the words that he spoke over him: Lord, fill up his eyes with the eyes of the children of prisoners. Wow. Their eyes continue, he says, to fill my eyes, and he remains committed to doing all that he can at the end of the day to save the next generation of Americans, those that vulnerable children of incarcerated parents. This vision of Dr. Phipps encompassed the dreams of thousands of children around the world, sparking the support of national figures. So many more have come to see the vision and work diligently side by side to build skills character and dreams for the future. There is currently a national platform of change going on concerning the children of incarcerated parents. This is not a white, black, blue, or brown issue alone. This is an issue that concerns children of many races, ethnicities, and cultures. And with that said, we want to take a look at a young woman, Miss America 2012, Laura Kapler, who is resounding her voice across the U.S. on the issues of children with incarcerated parents and how they too can overcome. Miss America, or Miss America Laura Kapler, as I'd like to refer to her, is also the daughter of a formerly incarcerated parent, and she is making this her platform. And here's what she has to say.
I have such a personal connection to my platform, which is mentoring children of incarcerated parents, and it was such a struggle and such a difficult time in my life, but it has in turn made me able to pursue this platform, and it's made me so much stronger. My family and I as a whole have decided to pursue this because we see the need for mentoring these children who have parents in prison. They are so much more likely than their peers to commit crime and end up incarcerated at some point in their own life. And so I decided to take that on because I was one of those children, but because I see how important the need for them is. There are more than 2 million children currently in our country who have parents in prison. It really was a decision that my entire family made, and I couldn't be more proud of my family for sticking behind me and supporting me in doing that.
Of vital importance in her messages is the need for continuing maternal and paternal bonds while a parent is incarcerated. Because a parent has made a decision and is suffering the underlying effects of their decision doesn't mean that they should not be connected to their children. And so her message speaks out on the importance of maintaining those bonds.
My dad is my best friend. He is such a strong supporter of me, and together I'm so looking forward to sharing this journey with him, because our overall message is that no matter what your circumstance, if you are in prison or you are not, you deserve a relationship with your child, and that child deserves a relationship with their parents as well. And I'm so looking forward to being that positive image for children and parents alike, to let them realize that no matter what their current relationship with their child is, I am living proof that it can be the strongest that it's ever been. There really are not many resources for children who have parents in prison, and that's what I found, is that I didn't really know of where to turn. And I've been working with this fabulous organization called the U.S. Dream Academy, which is an organization that serves children who are at the highest risk to become incarcerated at some point in their own life. And there are 10 Dream Academies across the country in 10 different states. And my goal as Miss America is to have a Dream Academy in every single state, because these children, these children are taught 3 things while they're there. They're taught skill building, character building, and dream building. They're taught to map out a dream and a plan for their future, a plan for success, so that they don't fall to the same patterns of incarceration that their family may have gone through. And if I had a Dream Academy, before I became involved in the Miss America organization, I would have realized my own potential. That's the fabulous thing about this organization, is that it truly empowers you to feel like anything is possible for your life. And that's the message that I want to share with children who have parents in prison, is that no matter their background, no matter where they come from, they can be Miss America. They can be anyone that they choose to be. So had I had a Dream Academy, it would have changed my life, and that's what I hope to enable other children to have as Dream Academies as well.
We certainly thank Miss Laura Kapler for all the work that she is doing in communities across America by taking to the platform the issues of children with incarcerated parents. Reflected in her message was, first of all, the importance of sharing the message, of being a role model, of giving back, of being the change she wishes to see in the world. And with that said, she also mentioned three very, very important pillars associated with the U.S. Dream Academy, which are skill building, character, and dreams. There are currently 10 Dream Academies in our communities across America, and the Dream Cities include Baltimore, Maryland, Houston, Texas, Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Orlando, Florida, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Washington, D.C. So as you see, Dream Academy is making its way throughout the United States, and I am truly honored to have discovered this seemingly important project that is going on throughout the United States to save our children. As I've said in so many messages before, we have to think about the future of our children in so many ways, because they are the next generation of Americans, and it is our responsibility to ensure that they thrive with or without an incarcerated parent. And so I'm just excited today to shout out to U.S. Dream Academies across the United States of America who are making dreams come true. A child with a dream is a child with a future. That's a great brand. It's our certainly something that we support here at Case by Case Research Foundation. And there were some really exciting excerpts that I read about this academy that I also want to share with you as we prepare to hear the voices of the beneficiaries of this program. You know, I was looking at how they have encompassed in their program the importance of developing leadership skills that influence entrepreneurship. And they have this program in Houston, Texas, that's called the Lemonade Day. It's considered a fun tradition for the Houston students that includes 2 teams of Dream Kids who raised $1,700 in 5 hours. And the Lemonade Day is not just one day, but every day. It involves a plethora of extra work on math and reading and a collaboration to invent recipes and set prices. So essentially, they're teaching them the concepts of owning their own and the ingenuity to craft a marketing campaign. And this has been going on since 2009, where they have been empowering the city's youth to start, own, and operate their own businesses and take ownership of their own lives. What a great concept. Of course, there's no program like the program with benefits. And so without further ado, we're going to hear from the beneficiaries of U.S. Dream Academies and the obstacles that they have overcome through their participation in U.S. Dream Academy.
I had some hard times. U.S. Dream Academy, they gave me something to look forward to every single day. Just having this family-oriented atmosphere, being able to just go to someone and talk to them and know that your trust is within inside of that person and you know that they won't hurt or do no wrong to you. It's just a great feeling. So I look forward to the U.S. Dream Academy every single day. For him to come out like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to beat the President of the United States. And it was a very great feeling afterwards because now I have something to tell my kids and my grandkids that I've gotten to meet the President of the United States at one point in my life, not something that everybody can say at a young age.
Meeting Oprah, that was a big wow. That was just seeing her, just knowing I was going to meet her in person just made me, it just struck me. I just had to be like her or be more in my life. Like I had to go further. Like I had to do what I had to do in the Dream Academy to become someone like her.
Dream Academy definitely helped me to lock down my schoolwork. You know, if I had any other problems with my homework or anything I was going through in school, I was able to come here and get help with it. You know, but one of the biggest things that helped me here was probably doing Success Maker on the computer. That helped us to grow academically as a whole. All of the students that was in Dream Academy back when I was here.
I can honestly say, without Dream Academy, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. I didn't have anybody in my immediate family to go to college. It's been time, you know, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. Mentors that I found throughout the program, I'm still in contact with them. They've helped me. Even now, to this day, they're telling me, you know, you can't stay here. It's a step after this. You're pretty much like, you're in the middle of a ladder. You can either go up or you can go down. And it's no going down from here. Like, you have to keep going. So without Dream Academy, I wouldn't have gotten as far financially, as far as school. And mentally, I wouldn't have been prepared. Like, and emotionally, they've been there for me as far as, you know, the things at home. They've always been there. So the Dream Academy, it gives you a lot of stability and base to grow. So without them, I wouldn't be graduating.
Those were the voices of the children of incarcerated parents and the beneficiaries, I'd like to refer to them most, of the U.S. Dream Academy. Children who understand the importance of going after their dreams, building their skills and their character, but certainly with the support of others. In our society, it takes a village to raise our children. We can't deviate to the left or to the right of the village. We can't be afraid of what's in front of us or what's behind us, but we must deal with the present. And we together can make a change in the lives of these children. Here is what Oprah Winfrey had to say.
The reason I am here tonight is because I believe that we as an extended family of Americans, together, because we are aware, because we do have, and because we can do, can come together, dig a little deeper, work a little harder, and change what is happening to American children in this country. And I decided, you know, I don't charge people for speaking, and I don't charge people for flying, and I certainly wouldn't charge Wentley. I was thinking, well, it's one thing for me to go, but what else can I do? So I'm going to write a check for $1 million because I heard check for $1 million. Wentley Phipps.
So in our quest to understand what we know towards what we do not know, there were several themes that emerged from the conversations or interviews with the beneficiaries of U.S. Dream Academies. And they were the importance of family orientation, empowerment through engagement, influential others, academic opportunities, and motivation. These themes are associated with what I'd like to refer to as social support. And social support is not a new phenomenon or necessary. I mean, since the presidential address of 1976, individuals have been talking about the importance of social support and the necessary need for it in circumstances of a person's environment. And social support is conceived to be information that belongs to one of three classes, and those classes are often referred to as information that leads the subject to believe that he's cared for and loved. Two, information that leads to the subject believing that he is esteemed and valued. And then third, information that leads the subject to believe that he belongs to a network of communication and mutual obligation. That is what I see in the U.S. Dream Academy. I see children who are cared for and loved, children who are esteemed and valued, and children who belong to a powerful network of communication that mutually understands their plight. And I think, and again, hats off to Dream Academy and all the things that they are doing. We know that we can, we will, and we shall make a difference in the lives of children. You may not have $1 million like a Oprah Winfrey, but you may have time. You maybe have a great mentoring ability. You may have an organization that can collaborate with another organization. You may be a teacher who can empower. You may be a minister who can speak a word. You may be an aunt and uncle or a grandmother as a caretaker who can make great deposits. Reach out to your community leaders. Continue to engage. Join us each Sunday at 6:30 to understand social conditions that affect the village, and as we spotlight those who are paving the way for change. We credit our sources to the U.S. Dream Academy on today, and we're just truly excited about what has been learned here, and we look forward to speaking with you each and every Sunday at 6:30 here at Change Begins With You. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, thank you.